I don't know, like, hi? I've got nothing this week. Hello to the internet. My name's Craig Montgomery, and we're here today to talk about the things that make you say, who even am I? And today we're going to talk about time. So, specifically, we're going to talk about time in terms of where your thinking is at. So, let's unpack that a little bit. I've been thinking about time as a framework in how I perceive the world and my own life and my goals. And I've come across some concepts that were really revealing in the way that I was thinking about time, the way that I naturally think about time, and how that sort of shapes my inner world. So I thought those concepts were worth sharing and talking about because if I hadn't found it, I don't really think I would have been able to come up with it on my own. So the three different time frames that I've kind of had these frameworks for that I've read about would be thinking in terms of the past, or thinking in terms of the future, or being present, with the focus generally being on trying to learn how to be present. What was really interesting to me was learning that when you are focused on the past, so nostalgic thinking, really missing what once was, that is frequently going to lead into a depressive episode because you can't have what was. There can only be what is now. So for instance, there have been times in my life where I definitely have been nostalgic for things and I can't quite mourn it and let it go. And I have noticed that it's depressed me to kind of stick in that and to be wishing for something that can't happen again. And in the opposite spectrum, when your thinking is kind of stuck on the future and planning for goals, it causes anxiety because you are looking towards something that has not yet come and that you probably don't have control over whether it will come or not. And so your thinking becomes very anxiety riddled, trying to, what can I do? What can I control to make this outcome happen? Which, is basically how I live my life. So that also made sense to me. Basically a mindfulness practice, which is something that I try to engage in and do research on. The whole goal is to pull your thinking into the moment, pull into what is immediately happening to you, what's your environment, the sensory awareness, really paying attention to what's going on, to try and get your thinking to understand this is where I am. There's actually a really cool, I don't remember if it's a TED Talk or if it's just a video on YouTube, but I'll link to it below. It's called This is Water, and it's this whole kind of like monologue story about, does a fish know that it's swimming in water? And it goes through this whole very interesting process of awareness, basically, and it kind of is a good example of what I'm talking about right now, so I'll share that in case you want to watch. And I will note that I think these are maybe only problematic if they're happening in sort of extremes. So it's okay to think on the past and have memories and think fondly of them, as long as you come back to the present. And then it's okay to plan for the future and have goals and work towards some things that you want, as long as you come back to the present and you realize, this is the day that I have, let me make the best of it, kind of thing. It's really only problematic if you find yourself spending the majority of your time in your head, either in the past or the future, and not really paying attention to what's going on in front of you and, making the best of your day, because today is the only time that you can live right now. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. You can't get yesterday back. So if you're not in the moment, living your life right now, then you're not really actually living, I guess, which is strange to say. If you do happen to find yourself in a place where your thinking is a little stuck in the past or in the future, I have a series on mindfulness, talking about different kind of activities and practices that can sort of help you start shaping a more present in the moment awareness. And I think there's some interesting concepts there, and there's tons and tons of resources online of different kinds of things, so you can maybe find some practices that really work for you. I think we're all a little bit individualistic in the things that speak to us. So it may take some researching, but if you do notice it and you think it's a problem for you, I believe there are resources out there that you you can use to start pulling yourself into the moment and start living more presently. But yeah, that's kind of all I have this week. I wasn't really feeling a video, so I scrounged something up. I hope it was useful in some way and a little bit enlightening, and if not, you at least sort of enjoyed seeing my face, maybe? I don't know. If you have any thoughts or things you'd like to add, please go down to the comments below and leave a comment. I'd love to chat with you. If you liked the video, give it a like, and if you enjoy what I've been doing, please subscribe to my channel. I would like to see ya on a regular basis. I release videos every Tuesday. And as always, take care of yourself. Okay, bye.